Hello! Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is not a good film. It ruins the characters of Wanda Maximoff, Doctor Strange, makes a joke out of other characters, and breaks the reality of the MCU. That's a lot to take in, so let's go through it bit by bit. Wanda Maximoff is an unsympathetic, irredeemable evil villain in this film. Until she's not. That's going to take some explaining, but we'll get there. Wanda's goal in Multiverse of Madness is... I'm going to go through this slowly. Wanda wants to capture a 16-year-old girl called America Chavez, who has the power to teleport between universes. Wanda wants to take this power for herself, so she can be with the children she had in her TV series WandaVision. These children weren't just magical constructs of her imagination, but conjured duplicates of actual children living in another universe. Wanda can't travel the multiverse herself, so she needs the power of America Chavez to get there. But there are problems. Many problems. To take the teleporting power of America Chavez would kill the girl, and Wanda is fully aware of this. The children Wanda seeks do belong to her, but an alternate reality version of her, who is alive and kicking and happily living with her children. So what Wanda is trying to do is kill one child to steal two others. She's really living up to her witch moniker, isn't she? You might be wondering two things now. How can Wanda kill an innocent girl? And how does she reconcile stealing from, essentially, herself? To answer the first question, Wanda thinks of America Chavez as a supernatural being, which somehow makes it okay to kill her. This is straight after admitting that her children from WandaVision were made from magic. Wanda is the big smart. There is an argument that the evil book from WandaVision has corrupted her and made her evil. This would explain why she kills a lot of people in this film, sometimes for no good reason and in quite horrible ways. With this in mind, I don't think one girl is going to be much of a moral quandary for Wanda. Except for something that happens later. We'll get there. To answer the second question, well, actually, Doctor Strange asks Wanda this in the film. The film zooms in on Wanda's face, as if she is only just realizing this is a thing. But we never get her thoughts on the subject because she starts a fight instead of answering and never addresses the subject again. Wanda is the super big smart. So what is Wanda's plan? As I said, Wanda can't go to other universes like America can, so she sends, or creates, or controls monsters to chase down America. There's issues with this, but I'll get to that later. Wanda describes sending the monsters after America as a mercy, or as her being reasonable. But I can't see how sending terrifying monsters that destroy and murder everything as either. On top of this, America's powers activate when she is scared, so yeah, big monster comes along, America teleports away, rinse and repeat infinitum. We are shown later in the film that A. Wanda can mind control alternate reality versions of herself and essentially use them as meat puppets to do what she wants. And B. Wanda can mind control America to control her teleporting. We also see that at the start of the film, America doesn't know it's Wanda who's after her. Wanda could mind control an alternate version of herself, walk straight up to America, mind control her, teleport her to her original self, and job's a good 'un. No chasing down, no unnecessary deaths, no rampant destruction. Wanda is a galaxy brain. Somehow, against all odds, Wanda does get hold of America Chavez. A fight begins, and just as it looks like Wanda is going to have her way, America opens a portal to Wanda's alternative reality children. While Wanda batters other Wanda to get the children get scared and try to get away from her. Evil Wanda sees their fear and declares that she's not evil. And then she's not. That's it. She's no longer evil, just like that. so it wasn't the imagery of monsters tearing things up, not the numerous people she slaughters in combat or afterwards, not the one-to-one tearing apart of people just trying to stop her being evil, not the act of slowly, torturously murdering a young girl, not even the realization of making herself in another universe suffer like she did. Nope, it was seeing her children crying that made her good. Wanda decides to destroy the book that made her evil right after this. This requires her to bring down a building on her head. There's a possibility she survived just in case they want to bring her back, but we don't know for sure. At any rate, Wanda went from the evilest of evils to sacrificially good in about 5 seconds flat. Jarring doesn't begin to describe it. This film wanted evil Wanda, then good Wanda, and apparently didn't know how to make the transition, so just flipped the switch on her back at the end. And Wanda is only part of the reason this film is bad. Next up we have Doctor Strange. Unfortunately, he does suffer from whatever infection that made Wanda a half-wit. Multiple times during the film, Doctor Strange makes very odd magical choices that cause very preventable pain and destruction. During the opening monster fight, he uses a chain to try and hold back a monster that easily picked up a bus, thereby not stopping it from chasing America Chavez and wrecking a building. He saws a bus in half when it's thrown at him, letting the two halves smash into cars and buildings without a care for innocent lives. When defending against Wanda, he doesn't join the other sorcerers in making a shield, despite probably being able to do the job of most of them put together. He also leaves the use of the mirror dimension, a magical prison used multiple times in his previous film, until after most everyone is dead. Many conflicts and other problems in the film occur because of Doctor Strange's poor magical choices, the majority of which could simply be solved with one: the use of the sling ring. Genius. Beyond his magical choices, he says and does some very stupid things. He doesn't know about a magical book, which we are told is written about in a book he has access to. Given how much he read in his previous film, it boggles the mind he doesn't know about it. When he's told that the monsters chasing America Chavez were controlled with witchcraft, Strange immediately tells the first witch he meets everything he knows about the girl, including where to find her. He also sentences a man to 3 weeks of magically induced self-harm, a man who is just trying to stop someone from stealing from him. Bloody hell, Strange. However, possibly the biggest stupid thing Strange does is his decision not to bring in any other heroes to help stop Wanda. He actively mocks the idea of bringing in Spider-Man, Ant-Man or Hawkeye, and doesn't even mention Falcon, Bucky, Hulk, Thor or Captain Marvel. Minutes later in the film, he announces he believes Wanda could take control of the whole multiverse if she got hold of America's powers. I'm pretty sure that would justify bringing in everyone, and I mean everyone, to stop her. Potentially Hawkeye wouldn't even need to fight her. Wanda and Clint shared a moment in Endgame as they mourned the loss of their loved ones, and Clint could sympathize with Wanda doing horrible things in her grief. Potentially Wanda could be too influenced by the big book of bad to listen to Hawkeye. Then again, she flipped like a coin because her kids cried, so who knows, it's worth a try. But no, Doctor Strange doesn't think anyone else would be worth calling. One of the greatest minds in the MCU, everybody. Other characters make some very stupid decisions too. Wong, Sorcerer Supreme with all the magic that comes with it, attacks a giant tentacle monster with a flying dart and a dowel. You are not spec'd for melee. Throw a lightning bolt or something. He also leads Wanda directly to an evil temple she needs to cast spells and achieve her goals. Instead of, I don't know, teleporting her somewhere else and leaving her there? She wouldn't know where to go, wouldn't be able to teleport, and that would be the film over. Wong, you idiot. But Wong is not the only one. An alternate Doctor Strange tries to take America's powers from her in the midst of a fight with a monster, which gets him killed and makes her paranoid. Well done, you idiot. Mr. Fantastic, yep, he's in this, tells Wanda, a woman who can alter reality around her, that Black Bolt's voice is his weapon. Yep, he's in it too. Telling Wanda this allows her to take said weapon away from Black Bolt by sealing his mouth up before he can say anything. Well done, you elasticated idiot. Professor Xavier, yep, him as well, despite having superior mental powers, doesn't stop Wanda killing him inside their minds, even though he knew she was about to. And America Chavez, who throughout the film told everyone she didn't know how to use her powers, suddenly decides she knows how to use her powers just before the end of the film. In another film, this could be put down to learning how to use her powers during the events of the story, but she's literally helpless until Doctor Strange tells her, "You can do it!" and then she does. Bloody hell film. Granted, this is all in line with how much sense this film makes. Wanda is chasing America Chavez through the multiverse with her monsters. How does Wanda know where America is? How does she know about her in the first place? Where do these monsters come from? How does Wanda expect to get America's powers by sending monsters after her? I heard a suggestion that a monster could steal America's powers, then Wanda would suck the power out of the monster. And just that sentence alone makes me wonder how many new entries on the Rule 34 site there are going to be after everyone has seen this film. Despite the film being called the Multiverse of Madness, the film only ever really goes to 3 universes. The main one and 2 alternate ones. Somehow, despite the literal infinitude of the multiverse, everything that is required for this film is contained within these 3 universes. Holy interdimensional coincidence, Batman! And I do mean coincidences. Wanda uses the Big Book of Evil to perform her multiversal magics. The book gets destroyed, so Wanda needs an alternative source of magics. One takes Wanda to the evil temple where the book was originally written, so she can carry on with her spellcraft. At the end of the film, Wanda collapses the temple, and the evil books in other universes get destroyed. With this one act, the film is telling us this evil temple is the source of all the books in the multiverse, the one and only evil temple in the entire infinitude of reality. It just so happens to be in the same universe, nay the same planet, as evil Wanda. If this wasn't a thing, then when Wanda's book got destroyed, she'd be buggered. Let that cosmic coincidence sink in. Then get ready for another one. America Chavez opens a portal that leads her and Doctor Strange to a universe where Doctor Strange discovered the location of the book of super special sorcery that can defeat Wanda. I'll say that bit again because that's a thing. America Chavez opens a portal that leads her and Doctor Strange to a universe where another Doctor Strange discovered the location of the big book of super special sorcery that can defeat Wanda. Again, despite this being a multiverse of infinite universes, there is only one super special book and only one door that leads straight to it that only one Doctor Strange discovered or created. And America just so happens to teleport them to it, despite not having control over her powers. This is bad enough, but then the film makes it worse. In this very same universe are the children Wanda has been pining over. All the universes, all the realities, and they're in the same one. How lazy are these writers? I don't want to go into rewriting this film because it honestly doesn't deserve the time spent on it, but I do want to address 2 things. The first is Vision. I don't remember his name being brought up at all in the film. Vision was Wanda's robot pleasure doll, true love, but despite his importance in her life, she doesn't seem to remember he exists, bar one mention, not by name, and only to futilely try and make Wanda look sympathetic. In WandaVision, Vision was brought back from the dead, both physically and mentally, and the two came together at the end of the film. Somewhere in this world, Vision is alive and with his memories back, and yet he never makes an appearance in this film, nor is he mentioned, which means he never tried to contact anyone about Wanda's whereabouts. How much would a visit from Vision have changed this film? There is also the possibility that Wanda could, have children. The film, and previously WandaVision also, try to instill the idea that Wanda is obsessed with these children. But what's stopping her from getting it on with someone and having her own? I'm pretty sure there is someone out there who would like to put a couple of babies in Wanda Maximoff, or at least would enjoy trying to. Maybe this could actually lead to making Wanda more sympathetic. Have her mention having tried to have children, having had suitors after WandaVision, only to discover she can't, either because of the experiments done to her or the magics she has been using. You could even make it more horrifying by having the reveal of many skeletons in her house when the illusion drops, suggesting she killed her suitors when they didn't get the job done. And now I've reminded myself of the orchard. What on this blue-green earth was that reveal? We go from a normal looking orchard to a blood-red hellscape with the wave of a hand. The hellscape is supposed to be the real thing, the normal looking orchard the illusion. So where the hell were they, where the ground, the plants and the sky were all red? If this wasn't Earth, then how did Doctor Strange get there without noticing? Speaking of, having been caught lying, Wanda drops the illusion of her orchard, so it looks like she made it to fool Doctor Strange. But she has the illusion up when he arrives, even though it looks like he surprises her. She also wakes up in the illusion. So does she have it up all the time? Is she lying to herself? What is going on with this film? It's all show and no sense. Actually, that should have been the subtitle for this film. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. All show, no sense. Thank you for watching this video. I wrote this down after seeing the film in the cinema, so I'm sure there's plenty still to be addressed, but we'll have to wait for the film to come out on digital for that. If you think of anything I missed, let me know in the comments. Feel free to like, share and subscribe, and if you really want to, you can visit my Etsy store, link in the description. Once again, thank you for watching.